I love underdog stories. They're the best in general, but when it comes to disc golf, underdogs are rooted for by so many. We all have players out on tour that we love, the best of the best, always making the final cards and winning the big tournaments. But this year, more so than others, we have seen players come out of nowhere and make those final cards. These underdogs have been able to stick with the best players and make amazing runs at winning tournaments. This is one of those stories. We're going to be taking a look at some disc golf segments we have never before covered. College disc golf, and we are going to be looking at one of the best to ever come out of the National Disc Golf Championship, Robert Burridge, a name I had yet to hear until this year. So how was this college disc golfer able to challenge for one of the biggest disc golf tournaments of the year? Let's hop into it, but before we get there, we need to take a look at what happened in the past for Burridge. Where did he come from, and what has he actually accomplished in disc golf? After that, we head to nationals, where the best college disc golfers battle it out for the national championship. Then, finally, we can see what happened on this year's Disc Golf Pro Tour. Let's hop right into it. Robert Burridge grew up in Texas playing disc golf with his family. His family being large into Ultimate and the disc golf arena, Burridge quickly picked up the sport. His father is actually a very avid disc golfer, competing at the Masters World Championships. Burridge never really popped onto the national scene, just playing in tournaments in Texas in junior or intermediate divisions, working his way up playing in Texas States and the Junior Worlds and Junior USDGC. In 2019, he began to attend the University of Michigan and played for their disc golf club and for their Ultimate team. Actually, some sweet footage of Burridge playing for their team. Pretty cool, but not the sport we're going to focus on. In 2021 is where our story really picks up, with Burridge playing disc golf for the university at the national championships. This is where it gets interesting. In 2021, the Disc Golf National Championship was held in Marion, North Carolina. Lots of different events for the tournament. You've got men's and women's divisions, singles and doubles, all kinds of disc golf. For the men's singles, you only get 1.5 rounds. One round of 18 to determine a cut for the top 30 players. After the first round, Burridge was tied for third, shooting 9 under par. The leaders, Davis York from Georgia at 12 under and Michael Yort from NC State at 13 under. Not far off, but only a few holes to play when you think about it. 4 back of the lead with 9 is doable, but Burridge needed to get to work. The first hole, short forehand for Burridge, would skip into a bunker. 1-shot penalty, he's already 1 over par. He would come back over the next 3 holes to get it back to even, but his round wouldn't start to kick off until the 5th hole. 506-foot par 4, Burridge threw a bomb turnover shot, parked for the eagle. This is what he needed to kick off his round, but he was still 5 shots back of the lead. What he needed was the leaders to falter, and they did a bit, but not enough for him to catch them. Going into the final hole, he was 5 shots back of first, 2 shots back of second. The final hole of the national championship would make for an interesting one. Burridge throwing a roller that would crush and get him within throwing range. He gives it a great run, just skipping off the left side of the basket. As of right now, the championship was over for Burridge. He had no chance of winning. He just needed to finish out and secure his podium finish for the tournament. But this happened.
Oh, man.
Finishing with a bogey and dropping all the way back to 6th place, that was the final moment for Burridge at Nationals for the singles event. A 3-putt that he would have to sit on for a whole year, waiting to get another chance at a national title. Back again just a year later, the 2022 National Championship being held at the same course in Marion, Burridge, back for revenge, looking to take down the very valuable title of the best college disc golfer. 2 full rounds this time, a cut being made for the top 36 players. After round 1, Burridge was in a 3-way tie for second. Just 1 shot back of the leader from Illinois State, Colin Thompson. A little bit of a different start for Burridge on this short forehand first hole. He would park it, quickly taking the lead from Thompson. The front 9 wouldn't gain much ground for Burridge, birding 4 and 5, but bogeying 7 and 9. Rochester Institute for Technology, a bit of a mouthful there. Evan Cole from RIT was in the lead by 1 over Burridge heading into the back 9. Hole 10, Burridge would capture the birdie, tying up for the lead. Burridge and Cole would battle it out over the next few holes, but the big separation would happen on hole 14, 600-foot par 4 downhill. Check out Burridge's drive.
Disc choice. Excellent looking shot. Gets the turn he wanted. It's fading back at the end. Gets a skip off of the second to last knoll.
Burridge makes eagle, now has a 2-shot lead over Cole with 4 holes to play. 15, 16, and 17 they would trade blows, but Burridge keeping his 2-shot lead heading into the last hole. We saw players struggle last year off the tee, and we saw Burridge have his own trouble on the green. In position to capture his first national title, can he get it done? Cole goes forehand off the tee safe, Burridge does the same. Cole throws this beautiful upshot, parks it, now all the pressure's on Burridge. He needs to be smart, just make his par and win nationals. Safe upshot, safe layup putt, Burridge captures a national title. Just a year prior, we see him 3-putting this green. Now we get to see him on top of the college disc golf scene. Time for bigger and better things. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is already in its swing. Let's see what this kid can do on the big stage. Burridge immediately went to the Disc Golf Pro Tour and started playing events. His first event was OTB in May, then DGLO in July, finishing 44th and 42nd in those tournaments. Not bad for a kid right out of college for his first few events. August 11th, he played at Ledgestone. This, however, did not go his way, finishing 95th and looking to be headed in a backwards trajectory. But just a week later, Burridge would head to the Des Moines Challenge. Things started to look up. Weather issues in Des Moines caused the first 2 days some trouble. So instead of getting a whole round and switching cards, everyone just had to play with the same group until the final round. This would be the tournament to put Burridge on the map. Back-to-back rounds of 8 under would put him on the lead card tied for 3rd place. A very different situation than 95th at Ledgestone. All eyes on him. How would Burridge handle the pressure? Playing with Simon and Freeman, Matty O and Kevin Jones breathing down his neck, Burridge would use the same power we saw at Nationals the last 2 years. Sticking with the bombers like Simon, Burridge was not only able to handle the pressure, he was able to take the lead. Very quickly, 7 holes in, and Burridge was in first by himself, 5 under on the round. Slowly, hole by hole, players began to drop, but not Burridge. He kept plowing through, playing very well. Right behind him, Simon Lizotte. Just a month earlier, we see on Burridge's Instagram of him practicing Simon lines, adding Simon in the post, asking him if he's doing it correctly. Now he's side by side with him, battling it out for a Disc Golf Pro Tour title. Drama would ensue on the 12th hole, double Mando. Burridge would go right up the gut, looking at a great chance at a birdie. Simon, on the other hand, would hit a tree early, miss the Mando, and take a penalty shot. Burridge makes his putt, 2-shot swing. Now Burridge has a 3-shot lead with 6 holes to play. Hole 15 would be a very big hole for Simon. Basically parked for birdie on the tough par 4. Burridge, on the other hand, would get stuck in the trees. He makes bogey, Simon birdies, 1 shot with 3 to play. Hole 17, tight uphill shot, par 3. Simon would throw this amazing flip up. He's got momentum behind him, trying to get his 3rd victory on the year. Burridge hits trees early, has to scramble just to stay tied for the lead. Hole 18 is such a great finishing hole. Steady, uphill, 1,100-foot par 5. But that distance is nothing for these two bombers. It comes down to a putting battle, both players looking at making a birdie to win. Simon makes his from the tree line, Burridge does the same. We head to a playoff. Burridge, the underdog, versus Simon, one of the best players on tour right now. First playoff hole, Simon makes a mistake on the approach shot, ends up making an easy par. Burridge circles edge for the win.
Today has a putt to win the Des Moines Challenge.
Second playoff hole, both players make solid birdies. We head to the amazing new hole at Pickard Park, hole 3. Simon up first, gets through the tree line in position for the birdie. Burridge, on the other hand, throws it low, great kick forward to a very long putt. Simon's not parked, but he's close. Here are these guys' putts.
Man.
Corner pocket, baby.
Robert Burridge from deep to keep it going.
Wow. What are these guys on?
What a crazy battle. Fourth playoff hole, this is so awesome. Burridge throws an amazing shot, but it would skip off the stump just by the basket and skip almost OB. He's in bounds, but no look. Simon's at circle edge with a clear line at the basket. Instead of risking the roll away or sailing it into the water, Burridge decides to lay up. He didn't want to give Simon the easy win, instead making Simon work for it. I think it was a good decision. He was put in a very rough spot with this tree in front of him. Simon from circle's edge would make the putt, winning the Des Moines Challenge in a 4-hole playoff. Burridge giving him one hell of a run, but just falling short. 4 Pro Tour events, and this kid already challenged for a win. So close. Man, what a great battle, but falling just short. Since then, Burridge placed 123rd at Worlds and 73rd at GMC. His best finish being 2nd at Des Moines, then 42nd at DGLO. So what's the future for this caliber of a player? What is he capable of accomplishing? Well, he has to finish school yet. Still another semester left. He goes back to Michigan to finish school in December. From there, he will join the tour full-time next tour. He has power, he has the putter. I think he just needs some more experience. We've seen him succeed on the highest level, so close to winning in Des Moines. He can do it again. I believe in these guys that are so young but already at that level. We've seen newcomers this year challenge for wins and be consistent on the tour. Wait for Burridge to get out of school and then see what he's really capable of. One of the best underdog stories in disc golf. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I love cheering for Burridge this year and watching him succeed. Now you guys can root for him in the future when he starts to tour full time. We'll see you next time. Cheers.